Hey guys, I am here in front of my computer. I just thought I'd bring you to my workspace again today. So yesterday I did a video showing you my many little paper cutouts and just a pile of random thoughts and stuff like that. So I wanted to do a follow-up video and show you how I've organized those ideas. So yesterday was basically just creating a giant mind map on my huge countertop space, getting everything kind of organized into little sections. Now, what I did, I don't know how well this is going to show up, but I am going to show you my computer here. So, here we go. So what I did is so first of all, I have been using Notion lately, which, like I said yesterday, is kind of like a better Evernote. So I created a project, so the Criminal Kid, and then I created a whole bunch of sub projects. So you can see basically everything here is something that I had like a big cluster category yesterday when I was doing my big brainstorm. So, for example, I had videos, and then surrounded by it was a bunch of ideas or tasks or things like that. So I organized this roughly in terms of timeline. So obviously, top of the list is creating some kind of timeline, but then basically top to bottom in order of importance. So album launch would be down here, and then some of the performing and licensing stuff comes a little bit later. Get a band, that's kind of an important thing to figure out how I'm actually going to be able to play live. So I'll just take you into this a little bit. So timeline. This has been the culmination of the project that I've been working on so far. So I wanted to get a general idea, even if I don't know exactly when I'm doing everything. So for example, I don't know when exactly I'm going to start getting in touch with press in terms of, music video release, album release, stuff like that. However, I did get a clear sense of what my next step should be for the next month. So, for example, I'm going to be having some meetings about doing the music video that we're planning. I'm going to be having some meetings about doing the album art. Lots of stuff's on the go. I'm already in the process of reviewing the first mix that we've been given. So basically, I just wanted to get a sense of, okay, what is the stuff that I can do right now, basically. And then in October, I put a bunch of stuff that I don't necessarily think I'm going to have time for this month, but it's going to be super important and urgent. So that's getting active with the website. A lot of it's like website related tasks and so on and so forth. So I spent about 3 hours this morning just basically creating this. This was the culmination. Now, what I've done in all of my subcategories, so for example, I have like goals. Let's just go here. So, vision. So, I've been reading a few books and I've been taking notes on the music industry. So, what I've done is I have these note pages from which has stuff from the book. So this is like a paragraph that's from the book I was reading that I want to use as a reference. Or, for example, with social media, I have an entire book note from likable social media. So this is like an entire book that relates to the topic of social media. And this book I took extensive notes on as well. So every category has some kind of, let's see here. Maybe videos is a good. Yeah, every one has like not only like a list of the tasks or things that I need to think about doing, like creating lyric videos, for example. But I have like detailed notes on how to create a music video contest kind of thing. So, and this is all based on notes I've been taking from my books. So basically, the gist that I want to say is I took my mind map that I had all over the table. I found the categories, like the main top level categories. And then I inputted those categories onto my computer in my, you could do this in Evernote, but I do really like Notion, so I'm going to keep pitching it. It's free. It's free to use too. So it's a pretty cool program. But I organized it roughly in order of importance or in order of timeline. I just basically roughly pasted down, okay, these are the things I need to think about. And then I got really specific about what tasks I need to be accomplishing in September, knowing that it's going to be an ongoing calibration as I continue to read more books, as I continue to study more. This is going to get more fleshed out and more detailed. It is lacking a ton of detail. You know what this reminds me of, though, honestly? In terms of project management tasks, this reminds me of planning a wedding. Because planning a wedding is like, there's like a dozen big projects and there's different parts that move at the same time. So I feel like in order to release an album, there is a lot of hustle involved. I have to network with a lot of people. I have to, work on different projects with different people. But at the end of the day, it's like a massive organizational challenge, and that's the probably like I'm just saying before I've done it. It seems like one of the biggest parts. So I'm like, you know what? I can't control a lot about this album launch. I can't control how many people are gonna like it, or maybe everyone will hate it. I can't control things like that if no one wants to talk about it or share it or anything. I can't do much about that. I can put it out there, but what I can control is how organized I am. So at the very least, maybe this has given you a few tips on just how I would think about organizing a big project. And maybe in the coming weeks, I can give you some like updates as it gets a little bit more fine tuned. So these are things that I do all the time, but I don't really think through my own systems. So I find it kind of useful actually to be able to speak through my systems out loud to you. And yeah, hopefully you get something from it. And I don't know how you would, if any of you here, and I know some of you watching are musicians and maybe have like experience in the music industry and stuff like that. So if you think like, okay, getting organized is all well and good, but like really you should be paying attention to blank. Feel free to let me know what the blank is because I have pretty much no idea what I'm doing, and I'd love to hear advice from those of you who have done this more or better than I have. Anyway, thanks so much for joining today. I'll keep this one short. Sorry, it's shaky. I'm like trying to hold this with one hand, and apparently that doesn't work very well. Anyway, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.